Hey everybody, how are you? I wanted to come to you with some tips about how to recover after the hurricane and remediate. And even if you weren't involved in the hurricane, what you can do if you have water infiltration. So I got my glasses on. I want to see your comments coming in. And if you have any questions, unfortunately, I know a little bit too much about mold and toxic mold and its harmful effects. For more information, if you don't know anything about me and you want to find out, you can go to killerhouse.org. That's killerhouse.org, and you can see my documentary that I made about the home that I used to live in that was contaminated with toxic mold between the walls, something we're going to talk about today, and caused me to get sick and almost die. I was diagnosed with having pre-emphysema and I don't smoke. So a lot can come out of this, and I'm not fearful. God did not give me a spirit of fear. But that's why I want to bring you some information in case you want to know more about what to do and also how you can help. I have been in touch with some people who are heavily connected in Naples, and coming soon, right now, there's no way to get things there. I'm going to be putting together a basket of things and gift bags that if you want to contribute, you can, from the superfood nutrition that my husband Ted and I take on a daily basis. And when people are first responders, I see how they work. They keep going and going and going. And also, think about a lot of these people don't have power still. So it's hot, it's in the 80s, and it's humid. And if you're in an apartment or a condominium, there's not a lot of airflow, and people are scared and worried, and they need to stay hydrated and have superfood nutrition. So in the coming days, I'm going to give you more information about that, how you can help. Like you're going to be able to go in and just click on a button, a tab, a QR code. And if you want to send a basket to somebody, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have all of this available when we can get shipments into Naples. I'm going to send it to the Naples to certain people who can get it in the hands of, like, the Naples Fire Department, Naples Police, and also over Southwest Florida. So there are a lot of other people who are boots on the ground right now, and I've been in touch with them. They have spotty cell service, and you can't even get in there if you wanted to. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you're here. I wanted to give you 5 tips about what you can do, even if you're not in the hurricane, but what you can do to remediate. And I do have a book coming out hopefully soon. It's done. I'm just looking for a publisher and waiting, waiting, waiting. So this is perfect timing. This information needs to get out. So God, please send me the perfect publisher so I can get this information out. Okay, tip number 1. Open all windows and doors and dry, 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 dry. Did I say dry? Get the airflow in there. Open everything up, a lot, even the cupboards. And this should be tip number 1. Protect yourself. Protect yourself before you're going back into a home that's been flooded. And for those people who still have homes that are salvageable, I mean, this was an incredible storm. It decimated so much. I think a lot of people weren't prepared for it. I mean, they could see the hurricane coming, but they followed the science, followed the path, and they thought it was going to hit more north. I was in Naples until Sunday morning. I was supposed to have a flight out on Monday, and my travel agent called and said, "Nope, you got to get out of there now." Because even, Naples or Tampa, which is where Hurricane Ian was supposed to be headed, that's a few hours away. However, we all know hurricanes can go wherever they want to go. They have a mind of their own. There's a little bit more to it, I think. Anyways, a lot of people, I think, were caught off guard. But number 1, protect yourself before you go into a home that's been water damaged. A lot of people don't think about this, but there are tiny microscopic invaders called mold mycotoxins that you might not think anything about. Again, and so many other people on here who are mold warriors. I call them mold mom warriors that know a lot about this too. There's so many great websites that have a lot of incredible information, but trust us, the mold mycotoxin is real. It can kill you and your pets. And if you think about it, our pets have 100 times greater sense of smell than we do. So they are vulnerable. So protect yourself before, tip number one, protect yourself before you go into a home that's been water damaged. And put on rubber gloves, put on rubber boots. And this is where the masks come in handy. Respiratory masks. If you can get the N95s or other proper respiratory masks that painters wear, so you're not exposed to any mycotoxins, even if there's not mold visible, which after 72 hours there will be. And I've already seen, I have a home in Naples, and I haven't seen the inside yet. I'm hoping and praying that it's okay, but I know that in the garage, my car is totaled. The water I saw the water line on the wall of the garage, and it's above my car. So my car is gone. It's not salvageable. Anyways, you want to protect yourself before you go into a water damaged home. There could be things falling from the ceiling. So it's not outrageous to get a hard hat, to get gloves, and to wear a good quality mask, not just a fabric mask, but a good quality mask that will prevent those mold mycotoxins and other things. Water is a vehicle that moves things. Think of it as think people spray pesticides in their grass, right? All these lovely homes have beautiful landscaping that have a lot of pesticides in it to maintain the quality. So you put water all over that, it's moving all those chemicals and all those pesticides into your home. There could be dirt, there could be so many other things. Sand, I've seen photos of the Ritz-Carlton, which was right on the beach, on Vanderbilt Beach, and there's sand up to the back end of it. So this has been devastating for Naples. Devastating. And if I think about it long enough, I am not going to be happy. However, I have a mission. I'm on a mission from God to help educate you. So tip number one, protect yourself before we all think we're strong and, we can just lift that. Get somebody to go with you, wear protective clothing, and don't think that you could do everything, especially those of us who are getting older. We think that we could do it all. We're strong, we lift weights, but we do. It's okay. It's okay to ask for help. Okay, now tip number two, open up all the doors and windows, get some airflow going in. And I think this is the most important thing. Dry, and dry. Get the airflow going in there, get wind. If you have electricity, turn on a fan. It's probably going to be a long time before remediators can get into these areas. Okay, so tip number three, take photos. Sometimes I know when I'm seeing things, I hesitate that I really want to document. I'm just so consumed with the horror of what I'm seeing, or the outrageousness, or the glory of it, that I forget to take photos. Take photos, document everything. And okay, tip number four, remove anything that's porous, remove things that are unsalvageable. You might not think about it, but chairs and rugs and couches that have a fabric or porous substance, get them out, rip it out, take it out, get rid of it. Wood is a porous substance, and it's going to absorb that water. So if you have a porous substance, you have water infiltration, and you have a lack of ventilation, you will have mold within 72 hours. And this is what I'm trying to help you prevent, because it nearly killed me and so many other people here. So take photos. And here's where this is the difficult part, the sad part. And it's going to be a little bit down the road, but get rid of all the things that you can right now, the furniture, anything porous. If you've had water sitting in your home against the drywalls, against whatever they call it, some in Texas we call it sheetrock, but drywall and other, depends on geographically where you're located, you're going to need to cut that out. You're going to need, let's say if you had 6 inches of water in your home, you're going to need to cut out 3 feet of drywall down to the studs, and sometimes you need to get rid of those. What happened, we had a water leak in our house, and it was because of a water heater that burst. And we had 6 inches of water on the floor. Got rid of it. It wasn't there for more than a few hours, maybe 6 hours at the most. Got rid of it. I know what to do, right? This was about 12 years ago. I knew what to do. I got remediators in there. I got people drying, got rid of all the carpeting, the fabric, everything. We lost some computers, and we dried out whatever we could. However, I had a contractor that I had told him what happened to us, and please, it was a family friend, please make sure that your contractor knows what they're doing. They remediated, and about 6 months after they remediated, I started getting debilitating migraines. And I went to my neurologist, who just happened to be New York Times bestselling author Dr. David Perlmutter in Naples, Florida. And I write about this in my book. I walk into his office and I'm like, maybe it's the Texas cedars, because that's a thing, cedar fever. If you're from Texas, you know what I'm talking about. Cedar fever is real. However, I literally sat down in his office. He's like, what's the problem? I'm like, I've been having I've been having migraines. And he goes, well, did you have a water leak? And I said, yeah, but I fixed it. I know what to do. And he goes, all he said was, I bet you missed a spot. Darn it. So I called Ted back in Texas where our house was. And I said, we got to have it tested. Sure enough, we found out that the contractor who was helping us at the time, again, a family friend, failed to remove the interior baseboard on the wall, and there was mold growth, visible mold growth there. So my point is, make sure your remediators know what they're doing. Okay, so I could talk about this forever, unfortunately. Let's go on and on. So the action, so number 1 is protect yourself. Number 2, dry. Open all the windows. Number 3, remove unsalvageable items and take photos. Number 4, what you need to do is, this is the difficult part, get rid of the sheetrock, get rid of anything that is truly water damaged. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you need to do this. Please listen to these words. You might think you're strong enough, and it's going to cost more money for sure. And that's the problem that people are going to run into, which is such a shame, because not only have so many people lost everything, they've got to deal with insurance companies, and they've got to deal with replacing all of their memorabilia, salvaging what they can salvage. But you're going to need to really do some heavy duty remediation. And after maybe 6 months after, get your house tested. Okay, the last one, I got to take a sip of coffee. I think about this too. So here I am, I'm having some coffee, and I think about those people that don't have any electricity to brew coffee. They're living in shelters. They're living on somebody's couch. And my heart just goes out to them, because I understand what that's like. And it's not fun, and it's not good. So coming soon, I will get you some bullet points of how you can help. Of course, Red Cross is great. But even if you did like say send a donation, you could send a donation to Naples Fire Department. There's Collier County Cowboys. I don't know if they have any way of taking money, but there's a video of them rescuing an elderly gentleman, saving his life. But also, I'm going to have some opportunities where you could just click on a link and you'll be able to send somebody some much needed superfood nutrition and hydration so that they can continue to keep going. Okay, and the last one, guys, so important, so important, so important. Don't lose hope. Please don't lose hope. I know what this is like. It's no fun. And I had somebody send me, I had mentioned my car's gone. I mean, there's no return for my car. And they sent me a picture of a car upside down in the water in a canal with smiley faces laughing. I'm like, and then they came back and they said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't think that this would be so sensitive for you." And I said, "It's okay. I still have a sense of humor. I get it. Someday we're going to be able to laugh about all of this. But right now, people need help. They need prayers. They need your prayers." I honestly think, when I saw this storm coming in and I started talking to my friends about prayer, I do think that this could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. It was bad. I think it could have been a heck of a lot worse. So prayers up, everybody. Keep praying and make sure that if you are in a situation, there are a lot of people who don't have any resources and they don't know where to go. And if you know somebody who has been devastated by this storm, reach out to them, let them know that you're there for them. That makes a big difference. Is there anything I could do? A simple thing to ask if you know somebody. All right, guys, I'm going to go look at your comments right now. And so if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you, Kevin says, excellent and valuable information. I appreciate it. Helpful information, says Lori, watching on Facebook. We got Facebook. We've got YouTube here, Toronto. I'm not even good day from, Kanukistan. Is that a real place or are you just pulling my leg? Okay. Take 1,000 pictures. Mark Peacock knows. Take 1,000 pictures. Agree. We seldom remember to do that. Take pictures of everything. I did on Sunday, I think it was, I did a video about people taking pictures. Maybe this is a good time now. Take pictures and take video of every room in your house and all of your valuables. Pull out the drawers, take pictures of everything so that if you do have a water infiltration or tornado or some type of damage to your home, you've got those pictures ready to go. Upload them to the cloud, put them in a folder, and you could just ship that off to your insurance agent. Thank you, Mark, for being here. I appreciate it. Okay. Canada, Canuck. Okay, got it. Canuck. Thanks, John. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Shemaine. We didn't know that we have mold in Michigan. Hey, Louise, here's the general consensus. If you think you have mold, you probably do. There is a statistic that I think is underrepresented, that 80% of homes and buildings have mold. I would say 100% have some type of mold. Now, you don't always have to test. Testing costs a lot of money. If there is visible mold and you know what to do to remediate, I would listen to other people who have gone through it in your area. Maybe there's a certified mold remediator, somebody who knows what they're doing, and they can help you and they can make recommendations. You can also go to several different mold remediation companies. And I'm also going to have information on how you can do this online. I have some friends that are putting together some content that they could, you could do a FaceTime with them and show them, and they could help you and walk you through that. But I'm going to get this information. I just wanted to come to you today with a little bit of tips and tricks, the 5 tips that you can take for recovering and remediating from toxic mold and water infiltration. Don't lose hope, guys. God did not give us a spirit of fear. So we have to keep our prayers up, keep hydrated, keep superfood nutrition in our body so that we can continue to do God's good work. Oh, here's Cheryl Russo. Still no power here in parts of Naples. I don't have power in my building either. I am not in Naples right now, but in my home that is in Naples, I have no power there. And my home in Naples, I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning, but it was, it is still standing. It is next to a marina, a little marina. Well, there have been several boats on the driveway of my building, and the entrance ramp. You might have seen it actually in some videos on Fox News. I saw it this morning. I'm like, that's my building. Yeah. Prayers up for everybody. We have not forgotten. We will not forget. This is going to take a long, long, long time. That's okay. God's got you. You can do this. Cheryl Russo and everyone else out there, we can build this state, this city. We can build this back stronger than ever. God's got us, and He will send the resources that are on the way right now for you. So hang on, help is coming. All right, guys, have a great day. Make it a great day. Do something healthy and happy for you today. Check out my podcast if you haven't already. It is available on Apple iTunes. It's just called The Shemaine Show. And also a new platform called Podbean, Podbean. I talk about things that I can't talk about here. I've been severely suppressed and shadow banned. So yeah, I have 2 new podcasts a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So check it out. All right, guys, have a great day. God bless you. I love you. I really do. And I'm here for you. I will be coming at you with more tips and tricks very soon. Take care.